What is up, ninjas? Today we're gonna take it all the way back and we're gonna break it down. What the heck is Amazon FBA? What are all these success stories that I'm hearing about? How can I actually use Amazon FBA to leave my 9-to-5 job behind? We're gonna go from a very high level and give you a full introduction how to conquer Amazon FBA as a complete beginner from A to Z. So don't even think about going anywhere. Alright ninjas, so let's get started. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. We are going to dive right in. If you already are part of the ninja family, you know that I'm zero fluff, so we're going to get right into it. So I just want to go over very quickly exactly what this video is going to include, who this video is for, who this video is going to help. So if you're already an Amazon seller, this video is not for you. This is not going to be one of our advanced tutorials that we release completely for free on our YouTube channel. This is going to be for people who have never actually heard about Amazon FBA. You heard about Amazon, everyone's heard about Amazon, but you kind of seen some success stories, you've seen people out there who are making, a killing selling on Amazon FBA, and you want to learn more. So we're going to go through from a very high level an introduction of every single part of Amazon FBA and whether or not it's right for you and if you can make it work for yourself and leave the old 9-to-5 grind behind you forever. So why should you start a private label on Amazon? A private label, guys, just literally means that you are personally branding a product to be your brand. Just like Nike is a brand of shoes, Adidas is a brand of shoes, right? You could start a brand called Ninja Shoes, and that would be your private label. You would make a little logo on it, and it would be your little growing, flourishing baby, right? And so why would you actually start Amazon FBA? First of all, guys, the marketplace. For any of us who are in e-commerce, we know that it costs money and it takes a lot of effort to drive traffic to our stores, whether it's Shopify, whether we're trying to get people to our brick and mortar businesses, whatever it is. The hardest part, for the most part, is marketing and getting people actually in the door and interested in your products. So why is Amazon so incredible? Because Amazon has millions and millions and millions of eyes and people who are incredibly brand loyal to Amazon, who browse Amazon for their everyday products every single day. So Amazon brings you that traffic completely, organically, where otherwise you'd always have to pay for that traffic via some other advertising means, whether it's Facebook advertising or whatever. So distribution is another huge one. One of the most difficult parts about running a physical product business online is I don't personally want to be running to the UPS store every single day and actually fulfilling, hundreds or thousands of these packages and actually putting them in cardboard boxes and taping them up and sending them out and putting the address on and just doing all that. That's very laborious to me, and that's not what I want to be doing. The point of all of this to me is that you can actually scale this real huge business without physically being there. So the distribution is handled for you. Amazon FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, which means that they handle all of the fulfillment. All you have to do is get your products from your manufacturer to an Amazon FBA warehouse, and they take care of the rest. They ship it out once you get an order on Amazon. Then they literally do everything for you and then just give you your portion of the money after they take their fees and things like that. Is truly incredible. So you can sell physical products and manage it remotely. So you can live the digital nomad life. This means that you don't have to be anywhere specifically. It's not like a normal 9-to-5 job where you have to go to the same office building every single day. The whole beauty of it is that you can literally manage this huge scalable business from anywhere in the world as long as you have internet. And that was something that was super attractive to me. You can scale this business. When you selleth, they fulfilleth. And what I mean by this, guys, is that if you sell 1 a day, Amazon will fulfill that. If you sell 100 a day, Amazon will fulfill that. If you sell 1,000 a day, Amazon will fulfill that. They basically have infinite scalability as far as fulfillment because they have these unbelievably huge and complex warehouses, and so you really don't have to worry about being able to handle things as you scale up, which is a huge concern if you are kind of a more mom and pop e-commerce shop, where if you get 10 orders a day, it takes you maybe 2 hours to fulfill all of that. But if you get 100 orders a day, sometimes it's not feasible to actually fulfill, package, go to the UPS or wherever you're shipping it from and shipping those out all by yourself. It just takes up all of your time, and Amazon just allows you to do this completely seamlessly in the background. All you have to do is get your products to Amazon, choose the right products that actually start flying off the shelves. And I've seen this happen so many times with my own personal brands and with all of my students' brands as well. It's unbelievable the amount of scalability that Amazon offers you just kind of in the background. So what's covered in this exact video? Part one, we are going to go over a very, introductory level kind of tutorial on how to find a profitable product, right? What the heck is Jungle Scout? What is Viral Launch? What are the softwares that people are actually using to find these products? And how are you identifying a product that's going to do well and make you a lot of profit versus a product that is not going to do well and is going to be a waste of your time and money? Part two, we're going to talk about how to source a product. And what I mean by source for people who are brand new is, how do let's say that I want to sell, a garlic press or a basketball. How do I find a manufacturer that actually creates and makes these products at a price that I can ship it all the way to an Amazon FBA warehouse from China or wherever my manufacturer is located at a price that I'll still be able to sell it for profit, right? So how do we find those world-class, high-quality manufacturers, and what websites are we using? What are the negotiation tactics? Kind of what is the very introductory level of how the heck do I find a manufacturer once I locate or kind of find that profitable product that I'm going to decide to sell. Part three is how do we set up our Amazon account and listing, right? Because this is not the same website as Amazon.com. Amazon for sellers, right? If you are a third-party seller selling on Amazon, you actually use a website called Seller Central. And so I'll teach you guys, exactly kind of how to do that. It seems a little bit overwhelming at first, but I promise it's not at all. And then we're going to talk about how to actually ship your product into Amazon. And this means like literally how are we going to get it from our manufacturer in China, all the way to an Amazon FBA warehouse. And Amazon has warehouses in a lot of different states, right? There's a bunch in California, and in the larger states they have multiple. We're going to talk about, how to create a shipping plan from a very basic perspective and how to actually get our products from China all the way into an Amazon FBA warehouse. And then part five is going to be how to optimize your listing and get more sales, right? So you see one listing on Amazon and you say to yourself, wow, that's beautiful. The images are done really well. The sales copy, right? The writing, the little bullet points all look very appetizing. It's kind of what I want to see. It's making me decide to actually convert and buy this product. And then you see another product listing and it looks like crap. They're not doing any type of nice photos that aren't HD, right? Their product title isn't particularly appetizing, and it's just done poorly, right? So we're going to talk about how to optimize that to really increase your conversions and actually be able to sell more products. And then part six, and the final part, is going to be how to set up Amazon PPC. And for those of you who are super brand new, PPC stands for pay per click, which means that how are we going to actually advertise our products on Amazon. Amazon has its own in-house advertising platform where you can literally, choose words related to your product. You can pay for clicks for those words, and if people, see your advertisement, click through it and buy, and you're doing that at a profitable level, then you are going to sell a ton more products, and you're going to do so profitably. So let's kick it off, guys. Let's get into part one. How the heck do we find a product that is going to make us a ton of money? All right, guys, so how the heck do we find a profitable product? There's a ton of different ways. There's a ton of different softwares. I'm going to cut through all of that noise and show you exactly the only 2 or 3 ways that you need to be thinking about how to do product research. Yes, there are a ton more advanced methods. Yes, do I go over that very in-depth from start to finish? All of the different tactics and strategies and super advanced ways to do product research in my course, absolutely. We're going to go through just an introductory level right now so you can get an idea of how the heck you actually find profitable products, right? So Amazon actually lists all of the products, millions, multiple millions of different products in lists by categories. And they show you all of the best sellers, all of the new releases, all of the movers and shakers, all of the most wished for, right? So you have a ton of data, and all you have to do is go to amazon.com/bestseller/ZGBS. And so what this does, guys, is it allows you to go through all of these different categories, right? And you can see subcategories within this categories. For example, patio, lawn, and garden has all of these different subcategories because it's impossible to, categorize multiple millions of different products into 10 different categories. And so how Amazon does it, or however many there are, how Amazon does it is they have categories, and then they have subcategories, and then within subcategories, they have additional subcategories. So in mowers and outdoor power tools, they have lawn mowers and tractors, string trimmers, all of these different things. And what you're able to do, guys, is once you have these, you can see that these are literally the best-selling products in this subcategory. You can use software. The 2 main software suites that I personally use to get the data you're about to see are called Jungle Scout and called Viral Launch. And so Jungle Scout and Viral Launch, and we have discounts for both of these softwares, guys. They make product research so much easier because going through and trying to get this data on your own would be very, very difficult. So what we can see here is that, some of these products, like for example, this Sun Joe pressure washer does almost $3 million 30 days, right? So they're doing, you know, close to $100,000 every single day in sales per month for this specific product. But what we see here is they have a ton of reviews. So in a nutshell, from a very basic perspective, guys, what we're looking for are easy to make products that have a lot of revenue and that have very few reviews. And the reason that we care about reviews, guys, is because it's very difficult to get reviews, especially positive ones. And so the more reviews a product or a product niche or category has, the more difficult it is for us to enter as a new seller or a new competitor into that market. So what we're looking for is high revenue and low reviews. And so how do we do that? And so we can look through all of these best sellers, you know, forever. We can look, I like to start at the back and look forward, you know, start from 81 through 100. And I would look at all of these. Or if the reviews are all still too high, I might go into, you know, another subcategory. So now we're 4 subcategories deep. And we see that if we go to the back here, we're going to see a lot of different products here with 16 reviews, 6 reviews, right? These are the types of products that we could potentially get into. And so that's just one basic way, using bestseller category lists, bestseller subcategory lists. If you want to actually use a paid software, it makes it a little bit easier. So this is Viral Launch. So Viral Launch and Jungle Scout are the 2 that I actually use. And so what this does, guys, is it allows you to choose categories. And so I've been selling on Amazon for, you know, 2 or 3 years now. I have a lot of experience. I kind of know what sells well, what doesn't sell well. I know, you know, the types of products to look for, which I go over really in depth. But these are some of my favorite in the course. These are some of my favorite categories that I like to look at, just because I know they're generally cheaper to actually source and manufacture and get into the USA. They don't break as often, and they don't have, you know, electrical issues and things like that that cause returns, right? So they have a lot of kind of variables that make it good to actually choose that market and, you know, become a new seller in that market. So what we can do is we can choose the categories here. We can set the monthly revenue that we're looking for to 20,000 or higher, and we can set the maximum review count to 51 or lower. So what this means is once we actually press view filter results, we're only going to see products, and let's do 15,000. We're only going to see products that have 15,000 or more monthly revenue that have 51 or less average reviews. So this means that we are now only going to see results, and this is all done behind the scenes, guys. So this means that we're now looking at products that have 15,000 or more monthly revenue that have less than 51 average reviews. We see 39 reviews for this product. And it's a mechanical keyless deadbolt, right? So we could potentially try to find a mechanical keyless deadbolt from a manufacturer in China, which we're going to go over very shortly how to actually do that. But this takes so much of the effort out of it, guys, because one of the biggest problems that people tell me is, Kevin, I just don't know where to start for product research. And, you know, if you join the right course, if you join my course, it doesn't have to be mine, someone else's that you trust. There's so many ways to do product research, and the people who, you know, have proven that they're successful with Amazon FBA can teach you so much. So don't let yourself get overwhelmed. There's always ways to do product research, right? But this is one of the best ways, using one of these 2 services that I'm going to have in the description. We will have discounts to both of these services for you guys to take a look at. I've been using Viral Launch a lot recently. They're an incredible service. They show you, you know, popular results, and this means that a lot of different people are looking at it. A lot of different people are potentially sourcing it, so it might be one that you want to stay away from because it might soon be saturated from other sellers. And so I like to just look through these, right? There's a ton of different pages here. You can get way more in depth with the advanced filters, which we're not going to talk about right now, but there's some really clever ways that we go over, obviously, in depth in the course of how to even further refine these. You know, we see 3D printers here. We see anvil marked sliding glass doors, right? Open signs. There's just an unbelievable amount of products that sell on Amazon. It's very hard to conceptualize the actual scale of Amazon as a business until you become a seller. There's just an almost unfathomable amount of products. And people always ask me, Kevin, you know, is Amazon FBA saturated? Should I get involved in it? Is it too late? The answer is an unequivocal no, it is absolutely not too late. There's basically infinite products. Amazon is only becoming bigger and bigger every single day, and they're just an unbelievable beast, right? So we can sell open signs, all different types of things, and it's very easy. It organizes it for you. It shows you how many reviews. It shows you monthly revenue, 36,000 a month with almost 20,000 in profit. So that's a great way to do it. We're just going to look at a couple examples of products that I just recently found using the exact same tactics that I was talking about before. So these are called nebulizer machines. So if we run the Chrome extension, right, what we were looking at before is the actual web app. So this is how you actually get these filtered results. We can look at categories. We can say, okay, only show me products that have 15,000 or more monthly revenue and 51 or less reviews. The Chrome extension can actually show you statistics of any search on Amazon, right? So you could look at literally any product on Amazon, and the Chrome extension actually gives you the most up-to-date results. And so what we see here is a high demand with low competition. We see a bunch of different people here doing $150,000 a month with 70 reviews, right? Doing $67,000 a month with 30 reviews. All of these different ridiculously high revenue, a bunch of different sellers, right? It's not dominated by one seller. It has a good purchase price. You don't generally want to sell anything less than about $15 on Amazon FBA just because of the Amazon fees and things like that. Just from my experience, you don't want to go below 15. So this is a great kind of impulse buy range. We see a ton of revenue. We see very low reviews. We see a good opportunity score. So this might be one that we would be interested in actually taking a look at, right? So that is kind of how you do product research. We'll take a look at one more that I just recently found just to show you guys just how much money there is to be made on Amazon and how many opportunities just literally come every single day when people, new fads or new diets come up, or, people need test strips for blood ketones. It's just an unbelievable beast, and it's very hard to understand it until you kind of get involved. And we see this one, doing $237,000 a month, so almost $250,000 a month with only 59 reviews. So I generally like to look excuse me, for products that have less than 100 reviews, just because it's a lot easier to kind of get involved as a new seller. If all of the people in a niche or in a product selling a product have 1,000 reviews or 500 reviews or 5,000 reviews, it's almost impossible to enter that specific niche. Because think about it from a buyer perspective like yourself. If you see two products, one that has 5,000 5-star reviews and one that has 5 reviews, which one are you going to pick, right? It's a very easy choice. And so reviews are one of the most important things about becoming a new and actually a successful Amazon FBA seller. So that is product research, guys. That is part 1. Part 2 is Alibaba, right? So the first thing that we looked at here was nebulizer machines. So if we actually just go ahead and copy this, come over into Alibaba and just search nebulizer machines, we will see that there's a lot of things that come up, right? Some of these are probably legitimately exactly the same. Some of which even like images, and we see that they're selling for $52 here, $35. $50, right? So between 35 and 50, and we see that they're selling here for, between $1 and $20 or up to $10, right? So they're selling for, 10 times less, or 5 times less, 10 times less, even more than 10 times less for the exact same product. So this is how you make money on Amazon FBA, guys. So if you buy a product for, between 1 and 20, let's say you buy it for $5 and you're selling it for $50, the exact same product on Amazon, obviously you have a $45 margin. And yes, there are other fees, right? There's the cost of goods sold for the product, there's shipping, there's a couple other little fees, but besides that, guys, it's just pretty much built-in profit. So if you find the right product that you can source for cheap and sell for a lot, that's how the magic is made. That's how the money is made. That's just how it works. That's the beauty of Amazon. And so Alibaba, there are some tricks of how to find the best suppliers, right? Gold suppliers that have been around the longest, that generally have the highest quality, that will give you the best price. There's a ton of different tricks of how to, negotiate and get the very cheapest prices for the best quality. We're just basically doing an introduction to what Alibaba is, right? Showing you guys that pretty much every product that you sell, that you see on Amazon, for the most part, is coming from a manufacturer in China. Yes, there are American-made products for sure, but for the most part, guys, most of the products that you're seeing on Amazon are coming from China. So we see these for $265, but we see the same products for, $40, $30, $50. That's just kind of how it works, guys. That's how e-commerce works. The people who are organizing this and finding the products, sourcing them, making sure the quality's there, shipping them from China to America, waiting for it to get there, they're making a huge amount of profit because they organize all that logistics. And that's kind of what being an e-commerce seller is, especially when you're completely mobile. What you're doing is organizing all the different moving parts and then getting the final, beautiful, high quality product into Amazon, ready to be sold to your customers. So that is part 2, guys. It's pretty simple. You just go to Alibaba.com. Yes, there are some tricks to really maximize your profit, but we're just going on an introduction here. This is how you source. This is how you find your manufacturer. This is how you get your product. All Alright guys, so once we actually find that profitable product, once we find our manufacturer to sell that product, how do we actually sign up for an Amazon seller account and get started, right? So if we just Google search selling on Amazon, and I always like to do it like this, guys, instead of giving you a direct link, because Amazon and everyone changes this stuff, but Googling it will always be the same. So we just literally just click on how to sell on Amazon. And we click start selling. And so I'm signed into my account, and so it's going to just immediately take me to my account, guys, but it's very easy. All you have to do is click the start selling button. You want to choose a professional plan. It does charge you $39.99 per month, but Amazon will refund all of those $39.99 payments until your inventory actually arrives from your manufacturer and you're ready to start selling. So don't worry, sign up for the professional plan. The individual plan is free, but it charges you a per unit fee. And just starting with a professional plan early and paying that $40 a month, which Amazon will again refund you, is just worth it in the end. I generally recommend that people set up an LLC, and I teach you exactly how to set up the best LLC, right, in the no sales tax or state tax states, and for the cheapest in the course. We're not going to go into that right now because again, this is a very introductory level, but all you have to do is just create your Seller Central account to get started, and then you are basically ready to go, guys. So I'm going to show you how to actually add a product as well. So once we're inside of Seller Central, we are literally in the inventory, manage inventory section right here, and all we have to do, guys, is click on add a product. And so once we're in here, guys, we're going to list a new product, and this basically is if you want to sell someone else's product that already exists in Amazon's catalog. If you are creating a brand new private label product, all you have to do is click on create a new product listing. And let's say, for example, that we want to just take one of the products that we used, blood ketone test strips right here. Then we could literally just copy and paste that in here, find category, and we can just use one of these ones that Amazon is suggesting. And then, guys, we literally just fill this out. And, you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. They've already kind of, the ones that are up here at the top, these are sponsored results, but how I like to create product listings is kind of just looking at the ones that are organically ranked first and, taking some creative consulting from them. So obviously it's going to be different here, but we are going to do blood ketone test strips. We like precise ketone measurement for diabetics and low carb ketosis weight management. So these are kind of the keywords, and you'll learn more as you start to get more involved in Amazon FBA why people make titles how they make them. They do it for keywords. They do it for ranking for these keywords. Some people might type in low carb ketosis weight management into Amazon, and that's how they're actually searching for this product. Some people might type in ketone measurement for diabetes. Some people might type in best for ketogenic. Some people might type in diabetic diets. These are all types of keywords that these people have, hopefully tested and proven that these are the keywords that are most often searched for their specific product and most often result in sales for their specific product. And so all we'd have to do, guys, is we make a title here. We're going to call these Ketones for Life is going to be our brand name. And this could be anything you want, guys. Our manufacturer, we can just put the same thing. Our unit count is just going to be 1. Our unit count type is going to be count. And all we have to do then is do our UPC. And our UPC, guys, is our universal product code. And you can literally get these for incredibly cheap. You can literally get 100 to 300 UPC EN numbers, barcodes for any marketplace worldwide. If you want to go for UPC Amazon numbers, for $4.99, you can get 10,000 UPC codes. We can see that there's almost 1,200 sold. As of 2018, Amazon has briefly hinted that they might transition over to what's called GS1 barcodes. Just for complete transparency, everything I do always for you guys is completely transparent. Amazon may or may not in the near future mandate what's called GS1 barcodes, which are like $700 a year, or they're significantly more expensive than just buying them from Nationwide Barcodes or buying them off eBay. But as of right now, you are still able to make Amazon listings using these type of barcodes. You do not need to use GS1. If they ever if Amazon ever forces you to use GS1, which are the much more expensive barcodes, then I will, make an update to this video, and I will make sure to inform you guys immediately as well. And, if you do ever decide to join the Ninja family, this is going to be a shameless plug for my course. You'll always be up to the very most up-to-date knowledge on Amazon. I'm constantly updating my course. I'm constantly informing, all of the Ninja family members in our private Facebook group of any updates that Amazon comes up with, just so we're always, 1, 2, 3, 5 steps ahead of all the other Amazon sellers out there. And I think that's one of the main reasons that we've had so many more success stories than any other courses out there for Amazon FBA. So that, in a nutshell, guys, is how you actually make your product listing. And then basically all you have to do is come in, put the price, right? $49.97, quantity is 1, right? And then once you fill out all of these data, once you actually purchase your UPC code, you just paste one of them in here, you'd save and finish, and that is basically it. That is how you set up and find your Amazon seller account, and that is how you make your first product listing. Very briefly talk about how to actually send a shipment from your manufacturer in China after you've made your product listing and getting it to an FBA warehouse in the USA and ready to be sold. So let's assume that this is our product, right? It's out of stock. We're actually waiting for a shipment of this product to arrive right now. So all we do is click in here. And by the way, we're in the inventory, manage inventory section. I always want to show you from the beginning just so nobody's lost it all. And so we click here next to this out of stock product, and we're going to go to action, and we are going to go to send/replenish inventory. So even if this is a brand new product listing, or if you're replenishing inventory, it's the same button here, and it's basically as simple as that. All we have to do is go in here and click send replenish inventory and follow the on-screen steps. And Amazon teaches us exactly what we need to do to actually get that Amazon shipment from our manufacturer in China all the way into an Amazon FBA warehouse, ready to be sold for a huge profit inside of the USA. Once we have our product, super quality, super nice, super ready to be sold directly in the Amazon FBA warehouse, ready for all of the beautiful Amazon customers to buy it and make us a ton of profit, how do we actually launch that product successfully? So we're gonna go over this very basically, guys. How product launches work on Amazon are actually not as hard as people think. The reason that people fail at Amazon launches so often is because people are cheap and don't understand how to launch on Amazon. So we're going to talk about it very briefly here. This is just another example of, a t-shirt press is another product that we've looked at selling. And so we're going to talk about exactly what this means. So these are the products that are currently on page 1. These are the 30 products right here. And so if we organize these by sales, we see that most of these are doing pretty well. We're going to take a look at one that's doing, rather well. $110,000 per month with 713 sales per month. And so if we bring up a handy dandy calculator really quick, there's 713 sales per month. And so if we divide 713 by 30, we get an average of, they're selling about 23 of these units every single day. And so to get onto page 1, what we would need to do is give away at least one more unit than they're currently selling per day, and we'd need to do that for a series of days, right? So the days, it kind of depends on the market, but it's between 3 and 7 days. And so how you actually allocate and how you plan ahead for product launches is, and the way Amazon's algorithm works, guys, is it ranks products, from Amazon's perspective, they want to sell as many products as they can because Amazon makes money when products sell. And so how they choose which products to show on page 1, and being on page 1 is the difference between being successful and not being successful. You have to be on page 1, right? The difference between being on page 1 and being on page 2 is literally hundreds of thousands of dollars or pretty much $0. Just think about it from your own perspective again. If you're an Amazon buyer and you want to go buy a t-shirt press, if you see one with positive reviews on page 1 at a reasonable price, you're going to buy it. You're not going to scroll to page 2. Most people are definitely not going to scroll to page 2 or 3 or any page beyond 1. They're just going to buy it. That's just how it works. And so you have to get to page 1. And so launching does cost money to get to page 1, but you have to do it. It's just the nature of the business. It's the nature of the game. You have to kind of lose a little bit up front so you can make it to page 1, so you can start to get those real organic sales, and so you can sustain your position on page 1 and just literally continue to make more and more money while you take a nap, while you drink a Corona, while you're out on the beach in Thailand. That's just how it works, guys. And so if you're not willing to lose a little bit of money up front, this might not be the business for you, because you have to. It's just kind of it's just a part of the business. It's the name of the game. And so if we're going to sell, if we need to give away, and I'll explain what I mean by giveaway in a second. If we need to give away, 25 a day for 3 days, right? And I don't know why I'm using a calculator here, but we need to give away, 75 units. If we're going to give away 25 a day for, the maximum of 7 days, we need to give away 175 units. And so we want to budget this in when we're actually purchasing our units up front, guys, to, say how many units we want to buy, how many units we're going to need to give away during our launch to actually get to page 1, right? And we're going to have to plan out how we're going to get reviews and things like that, which we talk about in depth in the Amazon FBA Ninja Masterclass. Another shameless plug for the course. It's the best course, A to Z, I promise, out in the game. And so this is what we're going to do, guys. What we're going to do is we are going to give away, between 75 and 175 products. Every day we're going to give away 25. And you might be asking yourself, how are we going to give away these products? And that is a good question. The way that we do that is with promotion. So in Seller Central, again, and you guys will get super familiar with this. If you want, I have more free videos on my YouTube channel explaining exactly how to get started on Amazon Seller Central. What are the things that you're going to be using? What are the things you can ignore? Where are the most kind of common sections that you're going to be spending your time? And so make sure you check out that video and all my other free videos, guys. I try so hard to give away content for free as much as I possibly can. I give away, more advanced content than 99% of the other people out there are making people pay for, right? And so my content, and I hear this so often, is, more in depth. It's more detailed. It gives you more kind of pragmatic, immediately implementable data than what other people are selling in their courses. And I do that for free, guys. And so, just imagine what's in the Amazon FBA Ninja course. You know what I mean? And so how we do this is we set up a promotion. And so if we want to give away items, if we want to do a percentage off, the best way to do it is kind of with a percentage off. There are services like ZonJump and like Viral Launch, which I will, again, include in the description. Very deep discounts. If you don't want to do any of this yourself, if you want another company to handle getting you to page 1, you can just do that. You can pay for it. It's the easiest way by far, but it is important to understand how it works. So once you kind of understand that you need to give away more units than the current people on page 1 are selling a day, for between 3 and 7 days. That's how you get to page 1. If you want to let somebody else handle it, ZonJump and Viral Launch, again, both in the description with very deep discounts for the Amazon FBA Ninja family. So if you want to just let somebody else handle it, go ahead. If you want to learn it for yourself, you come into advertising promotions and you create percentage off promotions, and that is how the cookie crumbles to get to page 1. That is how you sustain that page 1 rank, and that is how you start to generate a ton of organic sales and really see the true magic and scale of Amazon bringing you millions of customers out there in the world completely for free. And the last but not least step that most people are not using correctly and definitely not utilizing enough is Amazon PPC. As we can see here, I've spent $40,000 on PPC for this particular account, and we've gotten $152,000 back in sales. So it's a very, very profitable way to spend money on advertising within Amazon and make back a ton more than you're spending. And there's an indirect benefit of PPC on Amazon that a lot of people don't realize. When you make a sale on Amazon PPC, let's say for a keyword like scratch off map, Amazon recognizes, okay, somebody out there in the world, some customer typed in scratch off map, saw your ad, and bought your product. Amazon says, their algorithm says, okay, that means that the word scratch off map is related to this product, and they give you organic rank, and you start to rank organically for that term more and more and more every time you make PPC sales. And so you're not only making way more additional profit, but you are actually, starting to organically rank for all these other keywords, which means that you're getting those, free sales that a lot of other people are not getting because they're not using PPC. And so I always have PPC on all of my accounts. The whole purpose of PPC is just iterating it again and again and again until you actually start to get, more and more profitable. So never turn PPC off. Just constantly be iterating, improving, making it better, and making it more profitable. And before I forget, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to our daily $100 PayPal giveaway. I want to give back to you guys. I'm so grateful for all of you guys subscribing, everybody who's commenting, everybody who's watching the video. So if you guys are enjoying this, my free content, I'm working so hard to put this out for you guys. I want to give back to you and just give back to all the people who are supporting me. And so our winner is Eric. We thought that your comment was awesome, so we wanted to shoot a $100 immediate PayPal payment to your PayPal. So keep the comments coming, guys. every single video that we release, every single day, we're going to be choosing a brand new winner. So make sure that you leave those comments, make sure that you're subscribing, make sure that you're enjoying these videos, because I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying the journey. I'm just so grateful for all of you guys, and so I wanted to give back a little bit. So let's get into actually how PPC works very quickly. So this is one of our campaigns. Right, it looks like we sent $6,000 here, spent $6,000, and we made about $36,000 back. And so if we actually open this up, let's talk about very briefly how PPC works. And PPC, is one of the most complicated parts of Amazon. But once you understand it, it's literally just a gold mine, guys. I don't know how else to describe it. So what we can see here is that we're spending, about $500 in PPC for about $3,200 of sales. We're spending about $5,000 in PPC costs for about $30,000 in sales. And so you're literally just printing money. These are sales that you would not have otherwise had, and you're organically ranking for these keywords, so you're getting those free sales when people type in, scratch off map, for example. They'll see your product just ranking naturally, and they'll click through it, and you won't have to pay for those sales. And so, if you want a very detailed tutorial on how to do PPC, then join the Amazon FBA Ninja Masterclass. But if you want a free tutorial on how to do PPC, take a look at my YouTube channel, smash the subscribe button in its face, turn on the little notification bells so you can stay up to date on all of the brand new Kevin David, That Lifestyle Ninja content, because I'm really working so incredibly hard for you guys, I promise, trying to release the best data, trying to give you guys all of the tools and all of the weapons to destroy your 9-to-5 job, to leave it behind you forever, and so you can live the free life that everyone is meant to, guys. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment. If you want to be entered to win our next daily $100 PayPal giveaway, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Make sure you leave a comment, guys, and we will see you on the next one.